Hello and welcome to this Against the Storm tutorial on Tools. As I mentioned in the introductory tutorial, this series will be covering all aspects of the gameplay, all of the various features and mechanics of the game. However, with the game still being in early access, some of these aspects may be altered slightly or greatly throughout the development period. When that happens, I plan to provide some kind of update, either with an updated tutorial video or at a minimum as a pinned comment. With that said, let's get started. So this tutorial is about tools, that is, simple tools and infused tools. As you can see here, these are actually able to be made in crafting buildings. Right now, in my Let's Play series, I have mostly just the Carpenter, where I've seen them pop up a lot, but I also have the Scribe, where I've had them pop up too. Simple tools are craftable at all 3 star levels, the Scribe being the lowest here, most of them being 2 stars, and then the tool shop being your single 3-star recipe. As you can see, the tools, of course, just like every other recipe, get to be more efficient the more stars you have, but they always produce 2. Whereas the infused tools are only available as 3-star recipes for crafting, and they're only available in these 2 buildings, which you have to find in a glade. They're only available as an abandoned ruin that you have to rebuild. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for these recipes, if you want to craft them, you have to get them through luck or through one of the glade discovery cornerstone methods, so that you can open up or see what's in a cornerstone before you actually open it up. So as you can see also, these produce at 2 per crafting. They're always 3 stars, so both recipes are the same here. And if you compare the recipe with the 3-star simple tools, it happens to be the same exact recipe in terms of wood or planks and copper or crystallized dew, plus a few spark dew. Now, spark dew is very easy to obtain in the rain collector, and sometimes you can get it through other sources as well, like cash or something. And so the only real difference between an infused tool and a simple tool is the spark dew that's been added to the recipe. Now, if you look at the pricing on these, an infused tool sells for 1.76 amber, and a simple tool sells for 1.38 amber. And so even with the trader markup, if you need to buy them, which is probably the way you're going to see infused tools 99% of the time, is buying them from a trader, and many traders sell both kinds of tools. They're going to be about 1 amber more than this to buy. These ones are around 2 something, low 2s, and these ones are in high 2s. I don't have the exact numbers, but somewhere in those neighborhood, and that's because of the trader markup, the trader's cut. But if you think about it and you do the math, the infused tools are only valued a little bit higher than the simple tools. And yet, the infused tools are twice as effective in opening caches as the simple tools are. What that means is, if a cache takes 10 simple tools to open, it'll take only 5 infused tools to open. So you would think that an infused tool will be twice as expensive as a simple tool, but it's not. They're only like maybe 25% more expensive. So if you're offered tools at a trader and you have the cash to buy them, buy infused tools if you're intending to use them to open up caches, because you will get much more bang for your buck with that effort. Also, tools can be used in many glade events to solve them. However, if at all possible, I recommend not using them for glade events when you have anything else that you're able to use them for, simply because of how difficult it is to find a decent recipe, and then to have a building with a decent recipe, and then spending the copper and crystallized dew on that is even more so difficult sometimes. So if you're in the mood for buying tools, buy them from the trader, but buy the infused tools if you can. And if you're going to use infused tools on a glade event, try and only use them on caches and not on the danger events or a rebuild or anything like that. Try and use regular materials on those. This concludes this tutorial on tools. I hope this was useful to you. I was asked to make this tutorial to describe the differences, and I think I've done what I set out to do. If you have any other questions, though, by all means reach out to me in the comment section below, or grab my Discord link from the description and join me there, where you can interact with me and others in the community who are playing Against the Storm and share ideas and suggestions there. Also, make sure you check out my concurrently running Let's Play series. The first couple of towns, which is about the first 10 or 12 episodes, I went through a little bit more slowly so that I could cover everything, explain everything. But as I've progressed beyond the first couple of towns, I've accelerated the gameplay a little bit so that I don't need to re-explain everything over and over again if you've seen it in the first town or two. Also, I still do explain things as something new comes up, or at least I'll read something like a new cornerstone, or I'll discuss how it works, but I'm making that a much faster gameplay as I go, as we all become more familiar with the game. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.